Yo, it's your boy Deezy, man. You already know it's not about the setback, it's about the get back. I want to appreciate everyone that's became a member, that subscribed to the channel, and that watches the channel. I appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live. I appreciate all of y'all that rock with me, and I hope y'all continue to rock with me. What's poppin', fam? Make sure you smash that like button when you come in the building. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. You know, I appreciate all of y'all. Big facts. It's a platform where the people got a voice and they're able to speak as well as I am. We got Dawgface in the building with us today. Let's get him on there. Dawgface.
Swear with you, brother. How you feel?
What's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
All's well, man. All's well. It's a pleasure to be here rocking with you. You feel me?
Sir, yes, sir. And it's a pleasure to have you, my brother. You know, we appreciate you.
No doubt.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna get into it, man. There's a few things going on today, this week, that we wanted to rap with you about, and get your, opinion on some things that's going on. And the first thing that we want to rap with you about is WACK100 and his fake paperwork scam again.
He keep coming with that, don't he?
Hey, listen.
That's becoming his go-to move, Deezy.
Yeah, that's his go-to move. And from what we know, he been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I
And
mean, the question is, I mean, so what it really does, and I don't want to kind of like preempt what you're gonna ask me about this, but the
yeah,
fact that he's able to do that and without being questioned and without being the fact that he's able he the fact that he's able to get away with that, it tells you how flawed his immediate circle is, and it tells you the amount of influence and control over the people who are supposed to be operating as independent YouTubers and podcasters and bloggers are. I mean, he got a whole team of motherfuckers who helping him push that fake shit down. They try to push it down everybody's throat.
yeah, and he acts like nobody is able to detect and see the stuff, and he just keeps doing it as if he doesn't care. It's just crazy. What do
Uh,
you think?
no, he ain't acting like he don't care. He don't care. And the reason why he don't care, because what happens is WACK100, I call him Wack Keisha. So I have to call him by his appropriate name, right?
Okay, okay,
Wack, Wack Keisha has basically sized up the people who operate on the YouTube streets. And he knows that the average person, they are they're novices when it comes to understanding street culture for real. The average YouTuber, podcaster, whatever you want to call them, right? They're not like you. We don't have a bunch of Deezys operating the YouTube streets. We have a bunch of motherfuckers who have no real life experiences. We have a bunch of people who really have they their life experiences are so short and so limited to where you can have somebody like him able to run that dumbass shit down somebody's throat, and they're not even wise enough to be able to distinguish or determine the truthfulness behind all the shit he's saying. And number two, most of them, DZ, I take that back. I take part of that back. It's not that they're not able to distinguish or determine that shit is fake. He's surrounded himself with people who look at him like he's some type of star. And they look at him like he's their gateway into superstardom and fame, sort of like what he did with Loose Cannon.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. I'm like you. When we talk, I'm like this is some wild shit that he's able to try to pull this shit off.
Yeah. And when I looked at the documents, right, I looked at Big U's documents inside of Pacer,
Yeah.
and you can automatically tell that they're not authentic.
Right.
And he puts it out there saying it whereas though like the feds with that fake phone call was real. And what I did notice, right, with the blue writing that was scribbled out and you couldn't see it, I sat there and thought about it, right? I said maybe he did that for the purposes of where it's like he's not putting fake paperwork out, but he's trying to like put to the people like it's fake paperwork, but to the law, it doesn't have any file numbers on it.
Well, I'm
So
gonna tell you.
you
I'm gonna
can't
tell you
see
something.
that.
I'm gonna tell you something, Deezy. He represented and presented that as if it was an official court document. So within and of itself, whether the actual because that's so what that is that blue line as I watch your content and I saw what you said earlier, right? That blue line that is the identification marker. Those are the actual online stamping that really talk that really that blue line, that blue bar was not a bar. That really is the destination. That's the destination point from which that document came from, right?
Yeah.
Where the documents originated from. So the fact that he tried to present it as if it was a real document, of course he blurred that shit out on purpose because he knew that if he did put the real shit up there, all people had to do was go to Pacer and pull it, like you did, right?
Yeah.
Whether or not he blurted it out or just took, I'm surprised he put anything up there. But I'm not surprised because after the whole T Grizzly bullshit he did, he knew that he had to try to make that shit look as authentic as possible. So that's where he get the little blur. When you get a listen, that's an online copy. He didn't get a physical copy from nowhere. He got that's supposed to be an electronically disseminated copy. Since when did you get an electronically disseminated copy where that top line with the identifying markers of where it came from is blurred like that?
Never. Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. But the whole thing is, Jay Prince fell for it. He wanted Jay Prince to bite down on that whole thing, and Jay Prince, with all due respect, he bit down on it because he commented on it as if it was real. I would have never even responded to that bullshit because since when does the feds call you? First of all, the feds call me, question me about anything. I'm gonna tell them to talk to my lawyer. That's number one. Number two,
Facts.
bro, that's the same thing he did with the Big U situation where he got. I found out. I think you told me the so when Loose Cannon and WACK100 interviewed the so-called Crip, who said that Big U hired him and somebody else to steal the U-Haul truck full of Christmas toys from the Big U house a year ago in 2024. They interviewed the Crip, and then they put that audio out there. This is prior to Big U getting picked up. So the Crip was saying that Big U hired him and another Crip to steal the U-Haul truck full of $40,000 in Christmas toys, and that he was supposed to pay them on the back end once the donations came in. Listen, that guy was an actor too. He was somebody that he met on Clubhouse to get a guy. He purposely tried to line people up. He purposely tried to get people to bite, right? And if it's not for law enforcement, it's because or so that he can have some discourse back and forth. Now he can say Jay Prince responded to me. Just like he's trying to do, just like he did with Big U. Now Big U responded to me and Big U walked into that trap. Same thing he tried to do with T Grizzly with the whole fake paperwork shit. He wanted to have a conversation with T Grizzly. He never wanted to have a conversation with me because he could sell the fact that he went back and forth with T Grizzly. He could sell that to other platforms like Vlad, like academics, and like whoever else, like Adam 22. He could sell that whole content to other people and show I'm big enough, I'm powerful enough to go back and forth with somebody like T Grizzly or anybody else for the name. It's the craziest shit in the world. And before we even continue, I want to applaud you for your diligence, and I want to applaud you for your meticulous articulation of all the bullshit that he got going. Because right now, Deezy, you don't understand how important you are. When all this shit explode, and it's going to explode when this big U shit hit the fan. When the trial commences, all of his bullshit is going to be made obvious to the general public, and people are going to come back to you first and reference your archive of exposing that bitch ass nigga.
Solid. And I appreciate, you recognizing that, man. We go hard in the paint because we see what he's doing. And then when that situation happened outside of No Jumper, because that's what caught my eye from him beating up two older people and then him bragging about it. It caught my eye, and from that point on, I seen what type of person Wack was, because before I've done a little bit of content on Wack, but I didn't really know what type of person he was. And from now, what I see the dude is like a liar, a manipulator, and he's working with the authorities, but he's acting like he's a gangster at the same time. So it's wild, man. And he still hasn't responded about the T Grizzly paperwork.
Well, no, listen. So he went on Vlad. So I see Vlad at the ticker down there. He went on Vlad about 2 weeks ago and doubled down. Well, I guess now it's a triple down because he went on. No, it's a quadruple down now, bro. Because he went from Clubhouse to Adam 22, from Adam 22 to Academics, and now from Academics as far as major platforms to Vlad. And on Vlad, he said he reiterated that same bullshit about the fake paperwork, Tony Johnson, all this other kind of shit. He ignored the fact that when I was on Academics, we exposed the fact that the second piece of paperwork, that the second document was a California State of Appeal document. And so the question was asked, Baby Shooter hasn't been arrested, he hasn't been arraigned, he hasn't been tried, and he hasn't been convicted. So how in the world do we get to the appellate court? How are we filing motions in the California State of Appeal court, the second district? How we get there when he ain't even been tried and convicted for the shit? He's hoping. Listen, Deezy, I'm sorry to say, bro. The average motherfucker operating the YouTube streets, them motherfuckers are stupid as a motherfucker, man. That's the only excuse and explanation that you can give or that you can offer to explain why so many people are caught up in this motherfucker's bullshit. There's no other reason. So you got motherfuckers on here pretending to be everything. And so they can't readily understand when they being lied to. That's the problem. You got motherfuckers on here. Anybody can get on YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
Anybody can say they're a journalist. Anybody can say they're a podcaster. If you got a cell phone and if you got an Android, you a podcaster, right? You're not doing no, and that's the thing, Deezy. And we talked about this before about the line, the invisible line between traditional journalists and podcasters and YouTubers who call themselves, who fancy themselves as journalists and as podcasters, online podcasters. A lot of them motherfuckers, bro, I hate to say it, because I don't like to seem like a big eye, little U type shit when it comes to YouTube shit. But Deezy, them motherfuckers are not you. They don't even qualify to be speaking on this shit. They are not you. Period. And I ain't just blowing smoke up your ass. No Diddy. Pause. Right? I'm telling you, yeah. I don't even say no Diddy because I ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no sissy, so I don't even. But just for the purposes, you know how motherfuckers have to grab shit and run with this shit, right? Yeah. They not you, bro. They not you. They ain't doing no research. They ain't reading no transcripts. They ain't comparing no notes. They ain't doing shit. They just simply just following the leader, bro. Most of these motherfuckers are hoping that they can get called up to Academics, hoping they'll get called up to a Vlad. I've been offered to go on Vlad 3 or 4 times in the last month, and I've turned each time down because I don't see how going on Vlad. I mean, going on not Vlad, Adam 22 on No Jumper. I don't see how what No Jumper does, how it enhances or how it even plays to what I got going on, man. I've been offered 3 times to go up to see Adam and interview with Adam, and I could have been on there, but I turned it down.
Yeah, it's like you understand that it's not really beneficial to you to go on his platform. It's like when you was doing your thing and you was letting Act know what type of individual he was. He ran a play on Act and said somebody's going to get under lives from this situation to get Act to stop communicating with you on some sucker shit.
on some sucky shit. That's. And listen, at first he said that T Grizzly trying to use you to blow this Dawgface guy up. I'm already on fire. What are you talking about? That's number one. Number two, when that didn't work, and he kept on running that content, then it's somebody go get unalived.
Yeah.
But he's the same person who would accuse somebody else of being a snitch if they were to get online talking like that, right? When he said what he
Yeah.
said, me and T Grizzly, we didn't even feed into that shit, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even feed into it. Gonna get what, bro? Listen, anytime the WACK 100s feel like he really want to step up and be a man, I'll fade him in, and I've already put them. He already owe us money anyway, so when he see
Yeah.
me, he gonna have to see me.
Yeah.
He already owe us money for the fake paperwork shit. So when he see me, he gonna have to see me, dude. Simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah. And we know he do ass betting, all the time.
Court.
He's not
That
paying
no
nothing.
Diddy. That ain't even, and that's no Diddy. He had 3-finger whack. He loved to toot his ass up in the air. He loved that.
Yeah, yeah. He ain't paying nobody. It's like a lot of pump faking. And from the situation when him getting caught out there with the T Grizzly fake paperwork, he comes right back with this. And for somebody to try to prove to the people so hard that these phone calls that he set up was in a play and that he's not cooperating, it lets you know for sure that he's cooperating.
Absolutely. I agree. And I watched the show earlier, and I watched the show yesterday. I watched the show yesterday where you were breaking everything down. Who in the world, what grown man who in his late 40s, early 50s, go out their way to try to prove it? I mean, if you say I did it, produce paperwork, when did we take it from there? I'm not going to jump through all these hoops and go through all these elaborate schemes to try to prove shit to you.
Yeah, he's trying to go hard to prove something, and then he's like making fake documents to prove it, and it just makes you look like you are what the people think you are.
Deezy, you know, like I know, that WACK 100, he is more dangerous. Now I ain't gonna say dangerous. WACK 100, he is worse for urban media. He's worse for, bro. Listen, there's no. We can complain about the Tonight Jakes. We can complain about the Adam 22s and that Jerry Springer ass shit he got going on with no jumper. We can even complain about Vlad TV and all the shit that Vlad does, right? But we don't expect much from them because they're not really of and from our culture, and they're not us, right? We look at everything with a hint of skepticism because they white, right? Adam, Tonight Jake, Vlad, they're white. So when we're listening to them, we're listening to them with a skeptic ear anyway because they're not white, even if they have been a part of the culture, right? But we look at we look at everything they say through rose tinted glasses. When it comes to somebody like Wack, reason why he's dangerous, Deezy, and we discussed this before, is because he looks just like us. He sounds just like us, and so people from where we from. We just know that he ain't playing with no legal documents like that. One, because who the fuck does that? Number two, if it's a matter of public record, it's too easy to discover that that you lying.
Yeah.
We motherfuckers like I can't believe you do that because if he has the documents, everybody can get the documents through the Freedom of Information Act,
Yeah.
the Open Discovery Act. So the fact that he's willing to go through these links, like you so eloquently articulated, kind of prove or disprove whether he's a rat or not, and then he uses fake documents to try to make his point, bro. He gotta think everybody's stupid, bro. He has to believe that everybody is dumb as a motherfucker because the documents that you introducing, they're a matter of public record, so anybody can go get them. And like you just said, once you go to big use case on Pacer, if it hasn't been redacted, or if it hasn't been what's the word they use for
sealed?
If it hasn't been sealed, and I'm aware that some of the stuff has been sealed.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question to you, DZ, a lot of big used paperwork has been sealed, right?
Yeah, whole bunch of it.
Okay. So if Big use paperwork, if it's motions and the briefs and everything that's been filed, if it's under seal, what the fuck the WACK 100? Hey, listen, we know it's a fake document.
Yeah.
But I want to offer you something else. If Big used transcripts and court documents surrounding his indictment under his RICO, if they're sealed by the federal government, how the fuck does WACK 100 get his hands on them? So he admitted that he a rat, trying to disprove that he a rat. How
Yeah.
you get some shit to sealed?
Yeah. And he's acting like he got the documents. And
Oh,
when you
yeah.
go look on there, you can't even access none of those documents. And then he's acting like he has the witness list. And you can't even access that. And furthermore, if they're keeping everybody confidential, why would they put it on Pacer for anybody to see it?
Where would he get the witness list from? Where would he get these reports that have been that are under seal? Where you get this shit from? And, it don't take no rocket science though. This shit got to be fake for one, because most of the documents on Big U case are under seal. So where would you get this document from? Gave it to you. He always legal got legal. What legal? Name your lawyer who was able to get, because now you're telling your lawyer. Name the lawyer who was able to get a document that's supposed to be under seal by the federal government. What lawyer got you that?
Yeah. You know, he just thinks everybody's dumb.
Yes.
And for him to try to act like he has it. And then the guy that, you know, supposedly allegedly slapped him at the concert, now he's saying that guy, Tiny Draws, is inside of the paperwork as snitching. And, you know, it's just like there's certain people that he likes to point out. You know, he likes to get loud like this so that the feds can hear him. So it's like certain names that he wants to throw out there for like the people to, you know, start saying things so that the feds can be paying attention to what they saying on the internet. And he just does it so blatantly that you can already tell what's going on with him.
Absolutely. Can you hear me, Deezy?
Yeah.
You just said it. I don't got to repeat it. I concur. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't got to repeat it. What you just said is just what it is, man. He has a track record now. He has a track record with everything that he does. When it comes to putting out fake paperwork, he starts on Clubhouse with them idiots down there. And then he's able to get a Christopher Lovejoy, one of the other dumbass niggas to kind of like shoot it to Instagram.
Flacco.
These man, give me a headache. You mention these niggas' names, right?
Yeah, hey, listen.
Of course, he gonna get Shetty Nash, bitch ass, Poetic Flacco, slow ass, Christopher Lovejoy, glass jaw, fight throwing, Don King taker on minute number 2 of the third round just fall out. And listen, he able to. Listen, he go from Clubhouse to Instagram to post. He goes from that. Hopefully, he's drummed up enough publicity for it to go to Adam 22. Once Adam pick it up, you know that Vlad is gonna pick it up and Academics is gonna pick it up. That's his range. That's how he does what he does.
I think with this paperwork that he's putting out there now, Adam, Academics, and none of them, they didn't want to take this one.
They ain't touching that shit.
Yeah, we not going to take this one. You go ahead and keep that one.
They're not touching that shit at all. They're not touching that shit at all.
So did Jay Prince respond on his on Wack's Instagram?
No, he responded. He was interviewed about it. And
okay.
Then he was interviewed about. See, he took the fake paperwork, and put it up and tried to point to Wack as a rat. And then he took the interview and said, "Hey, listen, but the whole thing, Jay Prince, why you bite down on some shit you know fake? You can listen to that phone call with that lady and tell that's not a federal agent.
Yeah,
that's who it would have been. And that's not a. The feds don't call and talk open-ended like that.
They coming to see you.
Since when do the feds do over the phone interviews, bro? If they
Yeah.
wanted to talk to you, they would have sent an agent to your house, or they would have asked you or summoned you to come in to sit before a grand jury. They don't make no
Yeah.
phone calls, and then they'll open it and shit. That ain't what the you. What, Nick? Raise your hand if you stupid enough to believe that dumbass shit.
It don't even go like that.
It don't even go like that. And you ain't
Paper.
got to be a Fed baby. What movie have you seen the feds? Hey, Mr. Man, I'm a federal agent, blah, blah, blah. And I have questions for you. One, and don't forget, he supposed to be a streetwise, gang-banging, Pacoma Pyru nigga who been in prison, been involved with all kind of indictments and shit like that. Bro, I'm not having no conversation with no bitch over no phone. How you gonna verify that this bitch is a federal agent? He set all that up, like you said, to make it appear as if he wasn't cooperating and to make it appear as if they were interested in what he had to say. He's trying to, it's like free car Molly, Deezy. It's free
Yeah.
car Molly. He moving around, sleight of hand. He's trying to shoot you this way, but he really going that way with his play.
Yeah. That shit he doing, and it's self-explanatory when you look at it. He done it so many times now. You can like see it clear as day. And from, him dealing with Vlad and Adam and pushing it through them, it make their platforms look like, they're compromised and they're willing to, lie for Wack just for the money, which is like real goofy.
And
You
listen,
know?
fuck them. Easy. It doesn't make it look like that. That's what it is. I don't know what he has on academics. I don't know what information he's holding on Adam 22. I don't know what information he has on a Vlad. And maybe Vlad just going for the views because it's drummed up enough publicity for him to care about it. But I don't know what the problem is, but I definitely believe that he has some Epstein file type shit, some Diddy file type shit on some of these motherfucking podcasters. Now, the YouTube niggas that he got, the death of the clout chaser bitch ass nigga, and the rest of them cock sucking ass niggas, I know that he really owns their pages.
Yeah.
So they're forced to do, he splits the revenue with them, the monthly revenue with them. So they're forced to just come with it. Deezy, man, come on, bro.
It's like some form of extortion that he's doing to them people.
It is extortion.
Yeah.
It is, because nothing else makes sense. Why would academics in Adam 22 allow him to commandeer their platforms like that and allow him to spin these narratives that they themselves have not fact checked? They haven't done their due diligence. They haven't done anything. And academics ain't just academics. Academics got a whole chat. The same chat who said that, hey man, get rid of this nigga Wack. I mean, because he breaking down the integrity of the platform. And Adam 22 has a whole legion of motherfuckers who work up there who could have easily did some research in order to determine about whether or not what he was saying was true or not. These motherfuckers are not just anybody's on YouTube. They're millionaires based off YouTube content. They did absolutely no research, no due diligence whatsoever. So what would make you expose yourself like that? What would make you what would make you expose the platform that you built without any help whatsoever from Wack? What would make you put your own credibility on the line like that? It gotta be some there to it.
Yeah. It gotta be. And this is what we seeing. And with him doing what he's doing, you can't say nothing but what it is. He's the police. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely police. And listen, I will bet my right hand that WACK100 is actively involved with feeding local, state, federal law enforcement with information about crimes.
Yeah.
And about players. I'm willing to bet you that that nigga, WACK100 way worse than Lil Woody. The YSL thing. He way worse than Lil Woody.
I agree. And he don't say nothing back to Woody. Woody start calling him a rat. He don't want to say nothing back and forth with him because now you got somebody that is a rat being able to identify who you are. It's like you can't go ahead and use that, oh, you just a rat. We all know he a rat. He done admitted to it. So now him calling you the same thing, or even worse, you can't even challenge the man.
Can't challenge you, man. When you got a rat calling you a rat, that's a rat ass shit. That's
Yeah,
double ratting.
yeah,
That's
I
rat
know.
times two. You hear me?
Shit, crazy. But the shit that he's doing, it really, lets everybody know that he's looking for that kind of attention, but trying to hide who he is. You know,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think with the big U face, it's gonna come out because he knows that he's all through the case because he's had contact with Dale. That's victim number one. He's had contact with Molly Mall. That's victim number two, the guy with the studio, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's had contact with Loose Cannon. These are like all the main players that's
Yes.
right under Big U. So from him having the contact with all of these individuals and Molly and Dale, the star witnesses, and they're contacting Wack, you know damn well, I feel like Wack has, gave the feds information about Molly and Dale while he was working the case to get the information out of Loose. And by the feds getting the information from Wack, because Wack was communicating with those individuals, they were able to go to those individuals and let them know the details that they know from hearing it from Wack. And that there made it where as though they knew that the feds knew what was going on because of the details of Wack providing the information.
You just said it, Deezy. You just said it, right? Let me reiterate it for you. There is no way when you examine WACK 100's role in helping to take down Big U, whether you call it a takedown or whether you just say he was just around right place, right time, that was a takedown. I'm calling it a takedown. I'm saying it was a takedown. It was an orchestrated takedown of Big U. Now, did Big U make mistakes? Of course he did. But WACK 100, he made sure that he isolated and pointed out those mistakes to law enforcement. And I believe that he encouraged law enforcement to press forward on the indictment of Big U. Loose Cannon, stupid ass, bitch ass nigga. He deserves everything he get. Now you say, well, Dawgface, we ain't wish no jail on nobody. I said what the fuck I said. Loose Cannon is sitting in the federal holding facility right now because of his own admission of guilt of crimes committed.
Yeah.
You let the Pocono Pike rule trick your neighborhood crip ass into talking about crimes, and he tricked you in such a way to where you thought you was making content. You made content, all right. You made some content, all right, you dumbass nigga. You contented your way right into a goddamn RICO act. But you just said it. There's no way that WACK 100 can't be a part of the trial. There's no way that he won't be a part of the witness. Listen, if he's not a part of the witness list, then he's a rat. And he's still working. Because there's no way when you look at his position and his relationship with all the central figures that you just named, there's no way he can't be a witness. Because Wack is the one who interviewed Loose Cannon. He's the one who convinced and prodded Loose Cannon to do what he did. He's the one who interviewed the Crip who said this and the family members who said that. He's the one who got all these documents by his own admission. He got all these secret squirrel-ass documents and gave them to 15, 16 podcasters trying to convince them to push it so it won't look like it came from him. There's no way he can't be part of the trial because he's been involved with too much shit. And he's been up close and personal with too much of the shit that they talked about happened that was against the law. He got to be a star. He is the little Wooey of the Big U case.
Yeah. Ran around with that man for 13 months, getting information. And, I played the other day when both of them called and, tried to get me to stop talking before they got loose. And, him and Wack was acting like they knew where the victim was, that they beat up. And, they was acting like, they was partners. But as soon as Loose Cannon went down, the first thing Wack did was say that man's the devil and that he was trying to set him up.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's like it seems like it's the norm now for these individuals to like lie and run plays. It's like
Mm-hmm.
everybody has to lie and manipulate the content because they're not that in real life. They wasn't that, they're not that. So it's like the liar and the manipulator is the ones that's getting paid attention to.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me tell you something, Deezy. Listen, so listen, you hitting every fucking key point right now. Listen, bro. In the world of content creation, bro, we're never in a drought because people are always doing dumb shit. Black
Yeah.
people as a whole, they always doing stupid dumb shit. So we're never at a there's never a drought for shit to talk about. Whether it's sports, generalized entertainment, politics, where there was always some crazy shit going on. We're never at a shortage for content. So when you find people who are, like you just said, who are fabricating shit for the purposes of trying to create a story, you gotta look at what the intent behind that really is. Motherfuckers are not fabricating shit just because there's a reason, there's a rhyme to that. There's an understanding to that. There's an issue with that.
And they just doing it at will. And it's like you can't even believe these guys. When these certain individuals are, talking about certain things, I can't take them serious. The same as with Vlad today. Vlad puts out there today that, he's been being paid by Rock Nation, and that Jay-Z's been paying him to run the narrative on Megan Thee Stallion's side, and then turns around and says he was just being sarcastic, and it was all just content. So it's like you can't even take these people serious because they all lying and manipulating for content.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that, I know what it was because what it is, what Vlad put out there earlier is just it is a summary of everything that people have been saying, typically since the Tory Lane situation. That's he just summarized all the accusations, and what people think they know about what happened with that situation. So when I saw that shit, I immediately knew it was clickbait. It was a way for him to run the algorithm up, put his name in the algorithm.
Yeah, and I feel like either he's about to do something or drop an interview with somebody that he wants everybody to pay attention to, for him to at this specific time to
Yes.
say what he's saying, and get everybody clicking. Because and the reason why I definitely feel like it's cap is because why would he put it right out and then retract right when he puts it out? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like if you put something out, you would at least gave it some time to linger. You know what I mean? He
Absolutely.
didn't give it no time to linger. It was because that is what people have been speculating, and it was gonna draw the attention to him, and everybody, definitely took to it. And millions of people
Mm-hmm.
paid attention to it. So we see that it's like all cap at this time, man. And I really don't believe nothing that they say at this point, man. You went out, Dawgface. Yeah. Yeah, Dawgface got a call. But I really don't believe anything that they
Oh
say
yeah,
at this
sorry.
point.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Sorry, I had a call came in. So listen, bro. Deezy, everything you're hitting, you ain't giving me no room to breathe here. You're hitting every motherfucking point back to back to back like a sharpshooter in World War II. You're a fucking sniper with this shit.
Yeah, man.
Deezy, listen. There's a concerted effort amongst the people who are occupying the top of the totem pole, bro. All you had to do was look at the Aiden Ross shit. They all down there together. WACK 100, Charleston White, Aiden Ross. They all down there together, bro. This shit is a shit show. This shit is WWE. And that's
I
why,
agree.
And that's why people tend to not take the rank and file podcaster or YouTuber or commentator seriously because motherfuckers believe this shit is all they running plays on the whole fucking on everybody. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You got you they running plays on the whole thing. These is a bunch of bullshit. And that's why when I be watching your shit, I know when I wake up in the morning, Deezy done put belt to ass. Right? I know that.
Facts.
Right. I watch Deezy because Deezy gonna put belt to ass. Simple as that.
Yeah. And we're gonna keep it real. All that shit that they doing for content. Now we gonna build this thing off of being authentic, you know. And it's like a
Right.
lot of people feel like they gotta, manipulate the people for people to pay attention. And maybe it works for them, but I'm not built like that. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna
Man.
continue to be how I am.
I mean, it is what it is. Because listen, I just told you, Deezy, that when all this shit hit the fan, it's gonna hit the fan this year. People, you have an archive of information that spells things out in meticulous detail, bro. When this shit hit the fan, all they gotta do is go back into SBTV and roll the tape. Simple as that. Because you've articulated everything, and,
Yeah.
and then the whole thing is like, well, damn, the DZ got no nigga. DZ investigation of this shit has been thorough, thought provoking, and honest. You know what I'm saying? If something isn't what it appears to be, DZ gonna say that ain't what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Right? Because the whole what you know is I don't want to mix and match false shit with the real shit because I know enough to know there's some bullshit going on here. So when
Yeah.
somebody I know people feed you misinformation all day, every day, and Wack is conniving enough to
To
try to
send
get
people.
people to send people to give you information so you can report on it, and then he can snatch it like, man, I know you ain't going for no shit like that.
Yeah, like yesterday, a guy called me. It was either yesterday or the day before, and said that Big U's lawyer was somebody that was that was a death row lawyer, right? And then I
Mm-hmm.
go look it up, and it's not that person. He's like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
you need to start running the content about Big U's lawyer being somebody that was with death row. And I'm like, I didn't hear nothing about that. I go look it up, and it's not the people, that he says. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think like it could be Wack sending somebody, to get me to say certain
That's him,
things.
DZ. That
Yeah.
listen, bro. Big homie CC, right? Big homie CC called me about a month ago now, and he said I'm in Vegas. I'm finna go do some content with WACK 100, 607 Unk, King Yella, and Christopher Ludwig. They all gonna be there. When I get there, I'm not gonna tell Wack I'm calling you, but I'm gonna call you on FaceTime so you can run your play on Wack. But this is right after the whole T Grizzly shit, kind of right. He said that way you can get you when you have a conversation with him, don't cuss him out. Uh, talk to him calm because he gonna be calm because he around me, right?
Yeah.
That that way you can see where he coming from. Get in and try to talk about what's going on with the T Grizzly shit, so you can see what his next move is gonna be. So that's what I did. So he didn't know that he thought it was just a spur of the moment thing between when CC put me on the phone. No, nigga, I already knew. So what he did was he's like, "Oh, I talked about T Grizzly, and you ain't say nothing about it. I already destroyed your ass on academics. My job when big homie CC put me on the phone with you was just to listen to whatever you had to say, because I was trying to ascertain where you was going next, which is the shit you had going on. You hear me? My job
Yeah.
wasn't to argue with you back and forth. I already argued with your bitch ass back and forth on academics. It don't get no bigger than that. I'm not gonna argue with you, you bitch ass nigga.
And you ran.
Man, listen, the nigga, he gonna always run. That's what he does for a living. He gonna always run. He gonna always run. He gonna have behind that goat mouth ass bitch he got. Whatever that whole name, I forget that whole name right now. But that's all he ever gonna do because he's a flawed individual. He's a flawed individual. And now what I'm hearing he's doing now is he's getting his clubhouse crew to go to YouTube and start reporting shit. Start
Yeah.
reporting videos and trying to
Yeah.
get your page striked and shit like that. That's
Yeah.
his newest little move. When he can't stop you, he'll
Yeah.
send all the clubhouse motherfuckers to your YouTube channel and report shit. You know what I'm saying? It can be shit that it's not even violating YouTube rules. But
Yeah,
if enough people report it, he's hoping that they will take some action against you, kind of silence you.
yeah. Yeah, that's why I've been kind of mindful about my wordplay. You know what I mean? Because a couple months ago he did that when I put up a picture of his girl R&B, and I
Yeah.
went in, like I went in on this motherfucker, right?
Uh-huh.
So he reported that on me and said that it was harassing because of the way that I had her picture up there and I was talking about her, from what she used to look like, to what he transformed her
They
into.
got and this he got me and you the same day, Deezy.
Yeah, yeah,
And get
yeah,
my video snatched down.
yeah. Me too. Yeah. So, he one of them type of individuals, and that's what they on. And they can't, you know, beat us with the wordplay. So they feel like they go into their police actions and then they want to report everything and then, talk tough behind it and act like they standing on some type of business. But, we can see what it is. Y'all all over there lying for content, man. That's it. Y'all manipulating, lying, and it's a whole bunch of people like that's on medication from what I see. They all act like they on like medication and they got some type of like disability. You know what I mean?
No, they're not acting, Deezy. I just told you that them club. Listen, Deezy, bro. Listen, when Clubhouse first came out, and they said it was a black-owned platform, I said, okay, let me go check it out. But I swear to God, this is long before Wack even got on Clubhouse, bro. Listen, when I saw all of the bullshit, all the voices with no face attached to them going back and forth, and the disrespect and all that, I knew that wasn't the place for me. I don't fuck with Clubhouse, bro, at all. Period. The people
Yeah,
on Clubhouse are the most lowbrow.
yeah,
Clubhouse, it is it is a melting pot of dumb, retarded, goofy ass human beings, bro. You ain't gonna never hear no. Listen, you think Instagram be stupid? Go over to Clubhouse and take a listen to that dumb ass. Take a look at that dumb ass shit being talked about over there. There's no way I would feel. Listen, you gotta be retarded to be on Clubhouse all day
yeah.
talking about nothing.
Yeah. You got to be. And for the people that just got here in the chat, that paperwork that's out there is fake. So I see somebody in the chat saying that somebody has paperwork on Wack talking to the feds. That paperwork
It's
is
fake.
fake. It's all fake. And that's if you go check out the video, I posted it and I showed you how it's fake. It's fake paperwork. And for the people that picked it up, they didn't fact check it. They just grabbed it and they seen that it said Wack and they tried to like reference it, but it's fake paperwork. I went to the website where the paperwork is at, and that paperwork is not there at all. I can go to the same website that everybody else can go to if you pay for it, if you sign up for it. You can see any federal document that they allow you to put out, that they allow to be put out there. And that paperwork that Wack put up is fake. So if anybody else is sharing that paperwork, you have to understand that it's fake paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I saw them mention Henny on there.
yeah.
I'm finna text Henny right now. Let her know that shit fake.
Yeah. And I was gonna DM her on Instagram, but I mean, I know you got a relationship with her and you know her. So, I mean, you could do your thing with that. But that paperwork that these people, and I seen a couple people on Instagram putting it up there, they grabbed it. They Wack, what's it called? Caught a lot of people by storm because of how he delivered it at the timing when Big U's paperwork just got updated, because he got paperwork that been updated like on the 6th of this month, the 10th, and I think the 11th. And most of that paperwork, you can't see it. It's some of the stuff that you can see, but most of it you can't see. And and then some people got caught. They thought because of how Wack worded it, but if you really go look at it, it's fake documents. Because I spent 2 hours on there looking through all the paperwork, And I'm clicking on everything, and some of the paper, it's like if you click on a certain amount of that stuff a month, you got to pay for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if you click on not a lot of it that month, then you don't have to pay anything. Man, I'm clicking on everything, so I know I'm gonna have a damn bill that's gonna come in this next month because I was clicking on everything. I'm trying to find this document that I see Wack
you
put
ain't
up.
gonna you ain't gonna find it. And we just said. So
Yeah,
Big U's indictment is basically sealed.
yeah,
That paperwork that WACK 100 put out there would be a part of what would be sealed. So how in the fuck? Listen, the fact that he said that he has something that's supposed to be under seal, like it's like a double conundrum, right? If he did have it, that would mean he a rat. Because how you get it and it's under seal?
yeah,
So no matter what, that shit fake. The whole phone call between him and the lady, that was all staged, bro. It was fake.
yeah,
And wasn't none of that shit real, bro. He did that to try to exonerate himself. To make it seem like that he was not. He had took the phone call and then he had shot him down and he hadn't cooperated. I'm gonna stage the phone call. I'm gonna stage a phone call between me and the federal agent when she's conducting a telephone interview. Red flag number one, right? The feds
yeah,
don't do shit like that, bro. They don't take no rocket science to figure that out. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to introduce a piece of paper, bro. Deezy is telling y'all what's wrong. Not the Deezy World chat, but chat. I'm talking right to Deezy's chat. Listen, at this point, any piece of paperwork that WACK 100 put out, you have to assume is fake. There's no way you can believe none of that shit is real, bro.
yeah,
No way.
yeah,
Use your brain. Instead of using this shit as a hair holder in a hat rack, use your motherfucking brain, bro. Put
yeah,
out fake paperwork on so many people at this point. You listen, bro. Listen. If Jesus Christ was standing next to academics with some paperwork in his hand, I would say Jesus is a lying motherfucker, bro. Just telling you. I don't believe shit coming out of his mouth. And if you believe something coming out of his mouth, you a fool. You crazy.
Hey, you notice right that Blueface been home about 3 months now, right? And before Blueface got out, Wack was talking about he was trying to get a budget from Birdman. And Blueface been home for 3 months, ain't got no deal or anything. I want to know how you feel. Do you feel that WACK 100 is blackballed from the music industry?
I don't know if he's blackballed DZ because the music industry is such a fickle-minded place. The music industry is so top heavy full of bitch ass niggas that he fit right into all them bitch ass niggas. It's not like the music industry is overloaded or busting at the seams with real niggas. We know that, right? So I don't know if he's blackballed. What I do know though, I don't know if he's blackballed by the executives. What I do know is that any artist who's closely associated with WACK 100, they are persona non grata at this point because Wack has done so much bitch ass and everything. So, you hear?
Nah, it dropped out. It went there. You gotta grab it. Appreciate that super chat. Bless Nigel
Sure, bro.
Beauty. Appreciate you. Bless Nigel
Sure.
Beauty. Deezy, not new to this, you true to this. Appreciate your integrity, quality research, and due diligence. Fan, much love and respect. Always Deezy, Dawgface. SBGB TV family, keep shining. Appreciate you. Bless Nigel Beauty.
Yeah, sorry about that. So my thing is that I don't know if he's blackballed. I guess you can call it blackballed because he is such. He's left such a distaste in everybody's mouth that I don't think anybody of any. I don't think an A-list rapper would do anything. Doing something with him, doing anything with WACK 100, to me, It's like doing something with 6ix9ine at this point. He did so much bitch ass shit that you can't explain away and you can't get away from. So in my mind, if I was a record executive, I wouldn't touch Blueface because Blueface is associated with Wack, and I don't want Wack to have any association with no artist that I got nothing to do with. So I guess in a sense you can say he's blackballed, but not in the traditional blackballed way. It's because he a bitch ass nigga. It's simple as that.
So, and by you saying that, right? And I feel that he's blackballed, right?
Yeah,
So
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
yeah. So but when I see that he makes it his business to target different rappers and lie on them about this snitching and paperwork, whereas though if you're in an industry and you are basically like co-workers because y'all all in the same field. Some people will do features for less than nothing. Some people will charge, but y'all doing business together because y'all all working in the same field. Now, if you make it your business to go at each and everybody in the field you're in, and nobody wants to do business with you, nobody wants to come on a record with you, nobody wants to do no feature with you, and all of these execs that have ties to these different people in the industry, they're looking at it like these are the people that I might, have them signed to a label and their label have them signed. Whereas though we're making money through these people, but Wack is targeting these people trying to destroy their image to mess up the money. Why would these people that are execs that really got the key to this shit want to do business with you when you're targeting the people that they already got business with?
They wouldn't. And that's a great point. And I totally agree with you 1000%. They wouldn't. And so, like you just said, so the artist, I don't think that people in general have a problem with Blueface, but because of the closeness of proximity that he is to Wack, and because of all the things that you just described, that's why Blueface ass is through.
Right.
Who you gonna get to jump on the remix with Blueface when WACK100 in there? And he didn't rub so many people from coast to coast the wrong way. Who gonna do it? Blueface broke as fuck. No, he lost that lawsuit.
Yeah.
So he down millions of dollars. That was a real lawsuit that he lost.
Yeah.
He in absolute debt. That's why he trying to do everything from box, everything else, because he owe up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You right about that.
Hey, Dawgface, did you ever get in touch with that girl Henny?
Yeah, I just shot her a text.
Yeah, if you get in touch with her, see what she doing. We want to hear what she had to say about that. If she want to come up there. Yeah. So what we see though about Blueface, like you said, I really feel that the people in the industry, they really don't got a problem with Blueface per se, but they got a problem with Wack. And my guest Dawgface is talking to Henny now. Yeah, I really feel like that. If Blueface had another manager or another label, they would deal with it. It's just that it's Wack. And Wack acts like, he has all these industry ties, but a lot of people, they sever ties with Wack. They don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want nothing to do with him. His business practices. Wack knows how to show up on time to these different podcasts. Yes, he knows how to be there. But, from what we see, when it comes to the industry, he's not it. And then he acts like the people on Clubhouse is death row. Straight up. He acts like, I know he was around Suge and different people in death row, right? But he acts like the people on Clubhouse are death row. And from him seeing like, Suge out there doing his thing and him being around him, right? But even though he wasn't around Suge at the time of the prime, I think that Wack always wanted to like run his own gang. He was allegedly, because I don't really think he was really a Paru. I just think he hung around some of the jokers. So I feel like him just hanging around these different people, he affiliated himself and associated himself with these Parus, but he really wasn't a Paru. It was just something that he said because his affiliation with the people. So, I think that he wanted to have like his own gang, and Clubhouse gave him the ability to have like an imaginary gang. And at the same time, he could work with the feds and have a gang. So it's like he got the best of both worlds. Even though we know the people that, on Clubhouse are on the slow side, right? But it still gives him like the feeling of having like control over people. You feel what I'm saying? It gives him the ability, to have like control over people. So as him being on Clubhouse, he's acting like, this is the game. This right here is the game, but we all know what it is. The people on there in his room are like, the bottom of the barrel, like the bottom of the barrel type people, man. You can tell from the content when they talking, and they look up to Wack. They look up to him in his the practices, Dawgface is on there talking to Henny. He's on there talking to Henny. He'll be back. Calm down. You gotta read the room. Yeah, he's on there talking to Henny. He'll be back. He trying to I guess he's talking to Henny about the paperwork. He'll be back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, Deezy.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My apologies to the chat. I was on the line talking to Henny. Henny's on the line right now. But she said she's more than willing to come on and do content with us and to go break down what she has. She says that she was on Pacer, and she says that not everything's under seal. And for all the paperwork that she was able to download from Pacer, that Wack name is mentioned in there in a way that will let somebody know that he has to be on their witness list.
Yeah,
and so
but
she said Thursday. She said if you're available Thursday, she said she'll come on Thursday and we can chop it up about it all.
Yeah. That's definitely, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Henny. I just wanted to, be specific about the paperwork that Wack put out. The paperwork Wack put out, fraudulent. You know what I mean? And I'm sure that it's paperwork in there, stating about Wack, but the paperwork that Wack put out.
Yeah, about this Jake Prince shit is fraudulent, and that phone call is fake.
Yeah.
I'm standing on that. Yeah, that's an undisputable fact. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, we just, we standing on that. And, like we were saying though about with the Blueface situation, people would probably deal with Blueface if he wasn't connected to Wack. The connection to Wack was hindering his elevation in his career.
The connection with Wack is what destroyed the game's career.
Yes.
The connection with Wack is what destroyed. What's the other little brother who he had on his label when he had Blueface at the same time? A little short guy from LA, little short brown skin guy. He had one jam. I forget his name, but it was another artist that was associated with Wack.
Hey, Chad, who is that? Is that the True Car guy?
Yes, True Car.
Okay.
True Car. He destroyed his career. True Car wanted to get the fuck away from me, but because he was signed to it, True Car couldn't break away, and Wack sabotaged everything he had going on. So you're absolutely right. No, motherfuckers, it's not Blueface. It's Blueface's representation, and Blueface can't get away from academics. WACK100. So therefore, Blueface's career is over. On top of the fact that he down. How much was that lawsuit that he lost?
I know I seen one for like I thought it was a 13 million or something crazy like
Yeah,
that.
it's double digit millions, and he don't got it.
Yeah.
He don't got it, and he ain't getting it.
Yeah, he got the one for 130,000 with Soldier Boy baby mom that he having a problem with.
He ain't
So
got that. He ain't got. He don't got that.
yeah, it's looking messy right now. And I think, the manager, like he's signed to Wax label, which we know, the 100 ENT, and he's signed to Wack as a manager. Wack is double dipping on him, but he tried to act like he wasn't, and thought that he could overtalk academics with it. And I know Ack is on some funny shit at times, but Ack then said several times that he's not allowing no rapper to go at him without them being checked. And even though Blueface is with Wack, when Blueface said something slick about him, he really didn't care about what he said about him being signed to Wack that way, and let it be known that Blueface was stupid for being signed to Wack and managed by Wack, because Wack was double dipping. And Wack tried to clear it up, but it's already out there from the way that he explained it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely true. Blueface career over with, bro.
Yeah.
I fully expect Blueface to be so frustrated with his current situation that we already know that he's an explosive, volatile person who doesn't know how to manage and control his anger. I fully expect. I expect two things to happen in LA. I expect Ray J to overdose,
That's a possibility because he definitely gets Superman high.
and I expect Blueface to get angry and get into that crippin' shit. And fuck, I expect Blueface to commit him a violent act and put himself back in prison. I fully expect that.
You can see that in the future.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Ray J is going to die of a drug overdose, and I can't wait for it to happen. We don't need Ray J. Ray J is a hindrance to the growth and development of Black people worldwide. All he doing is all he doing is come down and transgender on the motherfucker. Transgender this, transgender that.
The
I'm,
man
I'm waiting.
said that Diddy blew his asshole open. That right there was crazy. I said the man got online and said Diddy blew his asshole open. Like, come on, man. There's a lot of sick shit going on around there, man.
Hey, Deezy, I told you that New York is the home of gangster sissies. I done told you that. I
That's
have told
bad,
you
man.
that New York is the home. I've talked to some of the biggest names in Black entertainment who come from the New York, New Jersey area, and they are motherfucking bro. Don't get me started. Go ahead, D. Ask me a question, bro. You know I can
Oh
talk all
man.
day. Don't get me
And
started, bro.
I'm with you. So but what makes you say that though? You know what I mean? From your personal opinion, what makes you say that New York is the home of the sissies? Let us know that.
Okay, so let me be precise. New York introduced homosexuality into the world of hip hop. That is my precise statement, right? So listen, I talked to Star from the Star Report, who watches you religiously, by the way, right?
Shout out the Star.
Yeah, and when I came down with the whole energy about them, Blueface $17 million in debt, yeah, he can't get that. He might well sell some ass on Melrose.
Yeah.
Because he definitely can't get 17 million, but nothing, nothing. So listen, so I talked to Star, and I went back to Africa Bambaataa. Africa Bambaataa is one of the most legend. He's Mount Rushmore of hip hop originators, right? Of the people at the beginning of hip hop. Africa Bambaataa, the Grandmaster Flash, Millie Mill, they are iconic figures. They are if there was a hip hop Hall of Fame, it would certainly be in it, right? They are so iconic that they can be put in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as hip hop pioneers. So listen, Africa Bambaataa. Africa Bambaataa is one of you know who Hassan Campbell is. You know Hassan Campbell's allegations.
Yeah.
It is absolutely true that Africa Bambaataa, he has raped and molested hundreds, if not thousands, of young black and Hispanic boys over the course of the last 40 years. That's true. Number two, I talked about think about this. We didn't know what the fucking transgender was, but you got transgenders in Biggie Small video 95, 94. We didn't know what no motherfucking the word
Yeah.
transgender wasn't even a part
Yeah.
of the this country's vernacular at that point in time, right? We just called them
Nah, we didn't know
sis,
that. Yeah, we
right?
didn't know that. And people went back and pointed that out. And we didn't know that Biggie had one in the video.
Right. So that shows you how far back the debauchery and the sex demon shit was going on. But see, Puffy didn't just come up that shit out of the clear blue sky. Puffy was groomed by the Andre Harrells, by the Rick Rubens. He was groomed. Yeah, of course, KRS-One is taking up for that sons of bitch. Yes, KRS-One is a what do you call people who he's an aider and abettor of Africa Bambaataa. Yes, true. But
Okay.
so Star from Star Report said, "Hey, listen, Dawgface, you right on point. Before there was a Wendy Williams, before there was a Funk Flex, before there was an Angie Martinez, before there was a what's your motherfucking Ebro Rosenberg, before there was a Breakfast Club, there was Star on the radio. He controlled radio in New York. There was the Star and Buck Wild show on MTV, right?
Yeah.
Star said, everything you're saying, Dawgface, I watched it, I heard it. You're absolutely right. Hip hop has always been top heavy with homosexuals. They just covered it up and disguised it. He said, don't forget this. Hip hop was born out of the disco era in the late 1970s, early 1980s. So the early hip hoppers, right? We think about Run DMC and with the Kangos and the Troops and we talking about LL Cool J and Run DMC with the Dobbs. No, the first hip hoppers, bro, they wore leather pants, silk shirts unbuttoned, with no t-shirt on, nipples on hard like this, right? Right?
Wow.
And they wore boots and lipstick and blush. Listen, Curtis Blow is a sissy. All them
Wow.
listen, he said, if Star was there, he said hip hop was born out of the disco era in the late 70s, early 1980s. He said the early hip hop stars, most of them was gay. They used to be going, don't forget, back then New York was the fashion, this Versace, all that shit was New York, right? Gucci, all that shit was New York. New York is the home, still is the home of fashion in this country, right? He said the early hip hop stars, the pioneers, they were going to the Studio 51s in Manhattan. Don't forget, back then New York was all fucked up. It was all fucked up. Manhattan, it was red light district, it was a seedy ass world back then. He said the early hip hop stars was going to the clubs and partying, snorting cocaine, shooting heroin, and fucking gay people, gay men, and them gay ass New York was full of gay clubs. They was going to hang out with them. He said, you were right about that shit. Why do you think, under what circumstances do they created and coined the phrase homo thug? Why?
We know why, because it was a lot of homo thugs.
Right. And so listen, Tupac tried to tell us, Deezy.
Yes, he did. And I would agree with that. Yes, he did. Tupac screamed that out.
Tried
heavy.
to tell us. Listen, Deezy. Busta Rhymes, sissy. I caught some flack about calling Queen Latifah a sissy, right? I'm standing on it. She says, "Oh, she's not from New York. She's from New Jersey." Don't give a fuck. Tomato, motherfucker. Tomato, fucking
Close
tomato.
enough. Close enough
for me, right?
Okay.
It ain't shit going on in New Jersey. It ain't happening in New York, right? So the whole thing is, if women call men bitches all day, right or wrong, you a bitch ass nigga, right?
Yeah.
Right. So if men can be bitches, then women can be sissies. That's 1 + 1. Listen, LL Cool J is a sissy. Or LLK, he got a wife. He got kids. Bro, listen, bro. Back then, it ain't like it is now. And I ain't even coming down on homosexuals, bro. Because I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker is. I just know where I am, right?
You just
My
speaking on your opinion and how you see it.
Yeah, so my whole thing is back then it wasn't as open as it is now. It wasn't receptive as it is now. If you were gay, there was no such thing as being openly gay in hip hop, bro. You would have never made it back then. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing is that you had a lot of men who were married to women on paper, but they were living. The term DL comes from New York. On the DL don't come from Atlanta. On the DL come from New York.
So you feel like from New York, the fashion and the behind the scenes fruit stuff transferred to Atlanta.
Hey, Deezy, think about this, bro. You old enough to remember the Freaknik.
Yeah.
Deezy, if Atlanta was not known as the black gay capital of this country when the Freaknik was going on, Deezy, you know it wasn't.
Right.
If Atlanta was known as gay at the height of the Freaknik, niggas wouldn't be going down there because niggas have been afraid of bumping into a
Yeah.
transgender,
Yeah.
right? Atlanta became more and more gay when it became more and more the seat of black entertainment. When the actors and the production companies and the rappers and the executives started migrating from the north down to Atlanta, they brought that sissy shit with them. Don't forget, Waka Flocka Mama, dear Badney, I ain't saying she no sissy nothing, but Waka Flocka Mama is from Queens, right?
Yeah.
Michael Malden. Michael Malden is Jermaine Dupri's father. Michael Malden, one of the biggest executives in the history of, right? Especially Michael Malden was the manager of Houdini. He's also a record executive that worked for multiple labels. That's where Jermaine Dupri got his game from. Jermaine Dupri is not from Atlanta. Jermaine Dupri is from New York. He moved to Atlanta with his father, Michael Malden. Do the research. Fact check that, right?
Okay.
When you look at the L.A. Reeves and all that, LaFace records, them niggas came from New York. So Atlanta took over as the seat of black music. But the executives that put that play down, from Atlantic to Warner to Epic to Priority, they all came from New York and migrated to motherfucking Atlanta. Think about this. Chubby Baby. Chubby Baby just passed away. Now, Chubby Baby ain't gay. But Chubby Baby, all the big motherfuckers who in Atlanta right now, right? They're passing away now, right? They're from New York. Puffy was down there with the Boys in the Hood. Bad Boy South. He took that faggery and sissery down there with him in his back pocket. Just after Biggie Smalls, bro. Come on. We now know Puffy was on that sissy shit for a long time.
Yeah, we definitely know that.
When Boys in the Hood, with Jeezy first group, Boys in the Hood, Puffy was already on that sissy shit. Puffy was so angry with everybody because he's fighting internal demons, suppressed memories of oral fixations.
Sick.
That's simple.
Yeah, Puffy was sick. So it migrated to Atlanta. And, Atlanta, it feels like they took it to another level.
Hey, listen.
It's to another level in Atlanta.
One thing black folk can do. So I own a home in the Atlanta area, bro. So people say, well, there's a lot of gay shit. Hey, Deezy, sissies and took over the whole world. There's a lot of sissy shit everywhere, bro.
I agree.
Can we isolate Atlanta? Hey, listen, don't forget, Deezy, New York was all gay. The whole fashion, RuPaul became a star where?
Yeah.
In the Rotten Apple. Curtis Blow was a sissy. Busta Rhymes a sissy. They all been called sissy scandals. And on top of that, watch this, Deezy, and I'm gonna get off these sissies back. Puffy was doing all this shit, engaged in all this motherfucking nefarious behavior, sissy shit. Fat Joe ain't said nothing. Fabulous ain't said nothing. Jay-Z never said nothing. Capone Noriega never said nothing. Nas never said nothing. State Property never said nothing. Jay-Z never said nothing. None of the million rappers, they knew what was going on with Puffy. They sat silently by while that fucking monster uses power and influence. Come on, Deezy. None of them rappers, New York rappers, y'all knew that Puffy was on that gay shit. He was using his power, right? They didn't say shit about Puffy because they were scared of Puffy. That's why. Think about this. The only beef that Puffy ever lost was this court case. When Puffy got into it with Suge Knight Miami, who lost? Suge Knight. When he got into it with Suge Knight in Atlanta, when his man got killed, who lost? Suge. When he was in LA, Puffy didn't give a fuck about going to LA, Vegas, none of that shit. Puffy he's a gangster sissy. If a nigga would put a nigga, bro, Puffy was a gangster sissy, man. I'm telling you. What battle he lost? Who was he afraid to cut into? We now know that he rubbing cum on himself. That's some dirty work.
Yeah.
It don't get no more nastier than that.
That's sick.
They can't give him enough time to deal with that sex demon.
Yeah, that's sick.
Puffy, he's pissed on Drake in the movie theater. He pissed on Drake back of Drake's shirt.
No, I ain't know that.
Bro,
I ain't know that one, Dawgface. Hold up. So they was in the movie theater and Puffy pissed on him?
Yes.
That was wild. I didn't know that one, Dawgface.
Yes.
Wow.
Listen, Deezy. Diddy is a gangster sissy. Don't forget that Diddy was flying game all over the world, shopping for him, trying to bust him down, trying to bust his doonies down.
Trying to blow his asshole. This is crazy.
Game even said, Puffy, I was around Puffy 2 months, he flying me to Montenegro, Monty, this, that, I was in the island with a yacht. He was taking me shopping for 2 months. Never went to the studio one time. What the fuck is you doing? You mean tell me a nigga flying you all over the creation and you don't know what this about? You know he's trying to get in your ass.
And they never went to the studio and did no records.
Not one record. Not one record. Like his brother said, he lived with him for 2 years. Never, then do one song. What you doing? You mean tell me a nigga like Puffy, we know how outrageous he is now. You mean tell me you didn't know a nigga was trying to fuck you? You ain't had no feeling. You a straight man, and a nigga trying to put dick down on you, and you don't know nothing about it. You ain't got no sense. Your sisters ain't going off. Man, go and fuck about here with that shit. Meek Mills, him and Meek Mills dressed like 2 high school girls in the 10th grade. What is that about?
That's bad.
Man, come on, Deezy. Go on hit on with the shenanigans. Them boys some sissies.
Do you think he got the Meek Mills, man?
Yes.
Damn.
Meek Mills is compromised, bro. All them niggas is fucked up. You don't believe me? Watch this. Hey, chat. Hey, Deezy World chat. The hottest, the number one, the fastest growing genre of hip hop in New York right now. You know what it's called, Deezy?
What is it?
Drill? You know
Drill?
what it's called? It's called the Zesty Drill.
It's called the Zesty Drill.
The Zesty Drill, where you got men dropping like it's hot, shake their ass, touch your shoulder, touch your leg, drop it down and put your arm to your leg.
Something popped up like that on Instagram the other day. And it was some guys, they all standing in a circle, and the guys is dropping down and they jumping back up. So that's what they on up there?
It's called the Zesty Drill. They got Zesty Drill rap artists in New York right now. So New York is added, they added again. They at it again. That's their old tricks, Deezy. They trying to
Damn.
put more sissy shit in the game.
Damn. Somebody in the chat said Game used to be a male stripper. It's getting out of pocket.
It's been out of pocket.
It's getting out of
He said,
pocket.
how Dawgface know that? Because no, I'm not zesty. How I know it is that I'm a podcaster, I'm a YouTuber, I have my ear to the street, and I'm one of the most powerful voices on the YouTube streets right now, and I have eyes, and I have ears. So let he who has ears hear, let he who has eyes see. That's some gay shit right there. So let me address these sissies right here. So let me tell you sissies something. A motherfucker can disagree with something that's going on that appears to be wrong. And just because we disagree with some shit don't mean that we have some whimsical fantasies about being involved with that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas? Just because we call something out. I speak against transgenders. I speak against the government paying for sex changes. I speak against the government. Trying to force school districts to recognize transgender boys and make them equal to girls. They ain't equal. So because I speak about that means I like transgenders? Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nothing but, it's like, that ain't nothing like the angry black woman shit. You an angry black man. You know how white people do us, right? So whenever somebody says something about transgenders or about something about homosexuality, right? You automatically get labeled as gay. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I ain't mad.
This era here, though, right? It's crazy that it's so accepted, right? Like when you hear about Wack and his clubhouse people, right? They got a transgender on there, and everybody has to have more respect for the transgender than they do for women. So
yes,
it's like
this
era here, it's like people are like, you gotta like be delicate with a man that likes men, but you can be hardcore with women that like men. That shit is
Deezy.
Crazy.
Watch this. Let me give you some inside scoop, right? Let me show you. I'm gonna share something with your chat. You know how you go on Instagram, you make a post, and you be cussing bitch, phone, fuck yourself, blah, blah, blah. When you try to share it, it'll give you a warning message that you may want to edit that because it may be going against the guidelines of the Meta guidelines, right? You want to know how you beat that? Right now, tell your chat to go to Instagram and make a post, and in the caption, type "fuck you, bitch" in all caps. When you press send, it won't give you a warning. Meta does not read profanity in all caps. So you can go on there and put pussy, dick, fuck you, bitch. If you write it in all caps in your caption and press send or share, it'll let it go through without no warning. I just gave your people the game.
Okay.
You want to cuss a motherfucker out and you want to put bitch, but you don't want to put BIH? Put bitch in all caps, and I guarantee you, you won't get a goddamn warning because Meta does not read all caps. I just broke the internet with that. I swear to God.
Okay. One of the moderators in the chat said the fashion designers, they're coming from New York. I mean, they're coming from Europe and they're going to New York. And those are the ones that are with the LSGR, MT, Millimeter P community, and
they sissies. Yes, but listen, of course, all the every major fashion house is from Europe. We don't have no major fashion houses that are U.S. born. Major fashion houses, all the Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada, blah blah blah. Of course, those Europeans are bringing that homosexuality over here, right? And they brought it over here, and they used, so Hollywood been gay forever, but New York had its match. Hollywood had all that freaky shit going on, right? California, but New York had the first freaky shit going on with the fashion industry. The fashion industry was all fucking gay. You couldn't be no male model if you wasn't gay, and the fashion industry Them sissies were also pedophiles too. Why you think Kimora Lee Simmons got with Russell Simmons? She was 15. In the fashion industry, if you were tall, slender, and young, some old creep was trying to fuck on you.
Yeah, he was
Hence
on some
Russell
sick shit.
Simmons.
Yeah.
Hence, that's how we got Russell and Kimora.
Okay. So the game's been crazy. And what about like, the music, the movie execs like Harvey Weinstein and
Sissy,
that
pedophile.
sick, and it's a lot of people knew about him. And even I think Terry Crews said he tried to grab on him
Mhm.
and in front of his wife. So it's like, I think when these people got position in certain, frames of work, if it's the music industry, movie, or whatever it is, these high execs be like sick individuals, and people be so concerned about getting on that they don't speak on these things, and they'll surround themselves around these people knowing that they like that because they want to be on. What you think about that?
I think the world of entertainment is an opioid. I think the quest and the desire to be famous is the strongest. It's stronger than drugs. It's stronger than heroin. It's stronger than crack. It's stronger than crystal meth. Man, motherfuckers want to be famous more than they want to be rich. That tells you everything you need to know. When you flash back at the whole Lil Rod situation, who produced Puffy's Love album, Lil Rod said that he kept going back for the abuse when he know that he had been raped and fucked by Diddy. He went back because he wanted to be associated with that album. He was looking for the fame. So he's willing to compromise his asshole
That's
to be
wild.
associated with Diddy. Now, and then even after the album dropped, we still didn't know who Lil Rod was. We know Lil Rod right now is more known for saying he's been a victim of Diddy than anything that he's ever done musically. And he's a musical genius. So
We don't know nothing about that though.
a straight man, Lil Rod was the main producer on Diddy's Love album. He's the one who say, "Oh, he raped me." So Ray J is really mimicking him when he said, "Oh, he raped me, he took me, my asshole was hurting." Ray J was really making fun of Lil Rod when he made that statement.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
where that came from. You hear me? So the whole thing is that the music, the entertainment industry, it is ran by sexual deviants. Just like back when me and you was coming up, the Boy Scouts were ran by who? Pedophiles and sexual demons.
Yeah.
When me and you were coming up, you from the East Coast, I'm from the Midwest. The Catholic Church. Do we talk about the Catholic Church? Why hasn't the Catholic Church been indicted for RICO, for a criminal enterprise, for sex trafficking
Yeah.
and raping, molesting thousands of young boys across the world? Why hasn't the International World Court put the Vatican on trial? You want to talk about Harvey Weinstein, Diddy, R. Kelly, Cuba Gooden, Epstein, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, the Catholic Church? We have proof, undeniable, undisputed proof that the priests of the Catholic Church have been raping boys and that they have not gone to jail for 800 years. You want to talk about a RICO? That's a goddamn RICO if I ever seen one. The Catholic Church is a criminal organization. They are a criminal, they are a child sex ring criminal organization. Say I'm lying.
And it's crazy that they thrive off doing what they doing, off trying to sell people hope. And people are hoping to reach something from that, and they gravitate to these individuals, and these individuals take advantage of the hope that they have for a better life.
Hey, religion is an opioid. Hey, Deezy, if you want to know why New York is so freaky, right? It's because of the stronghold that the Catholic Church has on New York, New Jersey, Philly, right? The Catholic Church is king. They're gods in the tri-state area. Most of those rappers grew up in Catholic households. Father, forgive me for I have sinned, ass niggas. That Catholic Church, the Catholic Church is a breeding ground and a grooming ground. It's a grooming consortium for pedophiles and sissies.
Yeah, that
I
shit's
said it.
bad.
I said it. I ain't taking it back.
Yeah, that shit's bad, man.
Sorry.
That shit's bad. Epstein
Sorry.
situation, right?
Hmm.
Epstein had a lot going on over there in his island. And a lot of these people that are being named in the paperwork, it's like they're like not getting the focus put on them as much as Epstein did, but they was all like affiliated with him and the names have came out. Do you think that Epstein unalived himself, or it was an inside job because of all the information that he knew about these other individuals that was in the industry?
Jeffrey Epstein was murdered by the federal government. Jeffrey Epstein, like most pedophiles, they're cowards, they're weakly, they're sickly, they're psychologically infirm. Jeffrey Epstein did not want to go sit in prison. He did not want to go sit in prison, and he wasn't going. They talked that shit about Diddy, but Diddy ain't told on nan nigga. He may be gay. He may be all that, but he ain't no motherfucking rat. Diddy ain't told on not one nigga. I think that we forgetting that. Don't forget, they saying he had all these tapes, blackmail tapes. Diddy ain't told on not one motherfucker. Diddy kept it more realer than these goddamn rappers in Atlanta. Think about it. Diddy the gay. He gay. Nigga, all these motherfuckers gay. Whoop-de fucking do. But Diddy ain't no motherfucking rat, though. Think about that. Ain't nobody saying Diddy ratted on them. Not one motherfucker. That's why I say he's a gangster sissy.
Yeah. So you think Epstein was going to tell on everybody?
Fuck yeah, white people tell. White people are gonna tell them some shit. You know it, I know it, and God know it. That's three motherfuckers that know it. Jeffrey Epstein was not gonna sit no cell when he had all that information. He was not gonna sit no cell.
He was going to tell on everything.
Listen, somebody in the chat said he's still alive. They faked his death. There's been no autopsy. There was no funeral. None of that shit. He couldn't be alive right now. On an island somewhere touching kids again. I wouldn't put that past him. But whatever happened to him, it was done at the behest and at the instruction of the federal fucking government, at the highest rungs of government. Whatever happened to him, if you believe he's alive and they just faked his death, I can go for that too. Hit the like button, share it, subscribe, let us know that Deezy and Dawg in the building.
There we go. Shout out to everybody rocking with us and watching us in the chat. We appreciate y'all. Facts. Now, Jay-Z, the situation where
Dude, you trying to get me banned from the USA. Come on, man. Anything you ask me, I'm answering. Come on. Come on, man. Hey, come on with
me. Jay was running with these individuals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let's do this super chat, man. We got a super chat from JR. It says, it definitely was an inside job. Epstein was getting ready to cooperate against everybody. Trump and all his pedo friends couldn't let that happen.
I agree. I agree 100%. Put that comment on the screen, Deezy.
Yeah, we put it up there. We put it up there. Yeah, most definitely.
I agree.
Yeah.
It said he's in Israel. I agree with that because the Israelis, not the Jews, they're not Jews, they're Israelis. Sick sons of bitches.
Now,
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z.
what do
All
you
right.
think about Jay-Z? And he had a close relationship with Puff. And when Puff got locked up, they started mentioning Jay's name, saying that he was involved with the one young girl, which I don't think that situation Jay was involved with because of the timing and how what she said, and her dad dropped her off 5 hours and 5 hours back. All that sounded fishy to me. But how do you think Jay played a role, if any, in the situation with dealing with Puff and what he had going on?
Deezy, Jay-Z, Oprah Winfrey, Will Smith, P.D. Jakes, they all sissies. Birds of a feather flock together. Now, he was friends with who? Harvey Weinstein. He was friends with who? Diddy. He was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. He was fucking Foxy Brown when she was 15. All these niggas are pedophile sissies.
So
Birds, I ain't hanging with no pedophile. And once I hear, you mean tell me that Jay-Z didn't hear nothing about Jay-Z's a billionaire, his wife's a billionaire. You mean tell me they ain't heard no rumors about what was going on with Weinstein or Epstein?
So that is wild. I definitely know they had to know. They had to know.
Hey, watch this though, Deezy. These motherfuckers are the kind of motherfuckers that would cut their families off because of something their family did make them look bad in the press. So you would cut your family and your friends that you grew up with off, but you ain't cutting off Epstein and Weinstein when you heard everything they into? You ain't cut them off?
Yeah.
Come on, Deezy. Come on, man. Come on, bro. They all been compromised, like the chat said. They've been compromised. You can't trust none of them niggas. Them niggas is a capital. Once you get set, the Illuminati ain't about no mafia shit. The Illuminati is about a gay sex cult at the top of the upper levels of government and entertainment.
So now, saying that, right? Do we say it as the people that get to those level in the industry, these big multi-million-dollar execs, are they already gay and that's how they get there, or they get there and become gay?
It could be a combination of both. Listen, Deezy, you know that with money comes power, with power comes fame, with fame comes access. A lot of times, like for example, a motherfucker say, "Man, I would never. When I was younger, I would never spend $5,000 on a pair of shoes. Hell no, why would I do that? I can buy a used car with that." But it's not until you get that money, and you get that. Having the money is one thing, but they have more than money. They have access, right? And then sissies are predators, right? The top of Hollywood, the top of the music business, they're all sissies. Lucian Grange, all of them shits are sissies and pedophiles. Those pedophiles are trying to groom. One thing about sissies want the whole world to be gay. Sissies are not content with fucking with other openly gay niggas. Sissies, they consider it a notch on their belt if they can get a straight man to turn gay. Lesbians consider it a notch on their belt if they can get a straight woman to engage in lesbian activity, right? Sissies are vampires. They're predators. They're predators. The Illuminati is really a sex cult, right? They compromise you and they control you. They give you access. They give you authority to move forward. They support you and they finance whatever you want to do as long as you playing with them. As long as you playing with them, they're going to run you through.
That is deep. These guys like that's in the industry, right? The different rappers that has been around Diddy, right? And Diddy been around some of these guys where they done been in a room with Diddy with their shirt off, sitting at the table looking crazy. Different individuals, right? I seen one with French Montana, then I seen with Fabulous sitting there, and Diddy telling him, man, you ain't never party with me. You gotta come party. Like, he like, yeah, I already partied with you before. He's like, nah, we didn't have that party. I want to have that
Party,
party.
party,
Yeah.
party, party. What? Nigga,
So
and listen, hold, and listen, stop right there. So we tell Fabulous, hey, party, you gotta come. You don't want to party with me. You got to come party with me. Diddy, what you talking about, Diddy? I already partied with you. No, nigga. Party, party. What, nigga? Because that was me. I'm like, well, hold on, nigga. What you trying to say, nigga? That is a gay implication, ain't it? That's suspect.
yeah, that is bad. That
What
is
you mean,
bad.
party, party, nigga? And he's
Yeah.
saying this shit in a room full of people. Diddy was pressing them niggas. Diddy was a predator, bro. He pressed them niggas out their ass, man. He pressed them out their ass. Party, party. Listen, bro. Hey, watch this. Hey, Deezy. What's up, doggy? We gotta go party, Deezy. Like, doggy, we did party. No, Deezy.
What the fuck is you
No.
talking
We gonna
about?
party, party.
What is you talking
Listen.
about, nigga?
What you gonna say to me if I say some whole ass shit like that?
You better get the fuck out of here, nigga. Shit. Fuck is you
Bro,
talking
we
about?
gonna be trying to fight, bro. What the fuck is you? What you mean, party? Nigga, I know you ain't trying to cut Timmy, nigga. What are you talking about, nigga? Bro, if you party, party. You know what? All the New York rappers knew what Diddy was doing. And listen, Deezy, Diddy was cutting into them boys for their ass. You missing my whole thing here. Diddy,
Yeah, man.
cause he was cutting it. If he cut game is 6'8", 800 pounds. If he was cutting the game for his ass, you think he ain't cutting with them frail ass New York niggas, them homo thug ass niggas?
That's
He
bad.
had transgenders in Biggie Smalls' video in 1994.
Hey, yo, what about the artists is that he was telling them to meet him at his house, and Diddy's in there in the towel, and they having a meeting in the bathroom. They said Diddy was he be in there in the towel, and he telling nigga, yo, we gonna have a meeting in the bathroom. These niggas come in the bathroom. No, nigga, I ain't going in there. What the fuck is you talking about?
Deezy. The
These
reason why
niggas
they sissies, Deezy, I done told you. What more you want me to say? How many ways can I say sissy? How you say sissy in Spanish?
I don't know.
Hold
Somebody in
on.
the chat, man. Somebody in the chat,
Hold
tell
on.
us how you say sissy in Spanish. I think
How,
it's
how
a
do you say
Bendejo.
sissy in Spanish?
Might been Bendejo. Mighty Cone. Yeah, I think it's Mighty Cone. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I think I said it right. Yeah, I said it right. I said it right.
Punto means bitch.
Okay.
Now, the first up in the ghetto. So the first Spanish that we learned in the ghetto is bitch. Puta.
This shit crazy, man.
Man, listen, they all sissies. Man, nigga cutting you about your ass and you ain't mad. You ain't,
Yeah,
you
that
ain't ready
is
to fight.
wild.
And listen, out of all the people that we heard that Diddy cut into or said something to that could have easily been taken as a homosexual gesture or an advance, none of them socked him in the face. None of them split his head. Diddy was pressing them niggas, bro. He was pressing them. You seen when he talked to Fabulous? Fabulous uncomfortable. Fabulous know what Diddy on.
That's crazy. It's so
Come
crazy
on.
though that the people, in the world, I'm not gonna just say New York. I'm gonna say the people in the world, because it's a lot of people that, are like that are willing to turn a blind eye to these type of rituals that go on, knowing what's gonna happen with these different people to be in the industry.
Because the quest, the want, the desire to be famous is stronger than the consciousness of being a man of principle and moral and
Mm,
integrity, bro. Integrity is doing the right thing even when nobody is watching. We know that
mm.
these niggas were not doing the right thing. We know they wouldn't. We know they were not doing the right thing, right? They were doing this shit in our face. They was playing all these sissy games in our face, bro. They all sissies.
I,
Entertainment, the world of entertainment breeds sissy shit, period. Because at the top of the totem pole, they all sissies. And, and rap is a macho, tough ass thing. Don't forget that. On the surface, rap was like muchasmo, like mucho, like right? So that was attractive to the sissies. Oh, the rappers are so hard. They're so gangster. They're so ghetto. Ooh, they pull a blicky out. Maybe the executives want to put a blicky in their head. They gobblers. They gobblers. They cock gobblers.
and I see somebody in the chat said Jada. I don't think the Locks or Jada Kiss or any of them were on that type time for the simple fact that they never got to peak to the level that they should have, because all of those rappers in the Locks, they all are nice, and they never got to get to that level of stardom, whereas though they was up there like they should have been. And then Diddy was, trying to take advantage of them, whereas though they had to fight Diddy to get out of the contract.
Hold on. Hold that thought. You just said they had to fight Diddy.
Yeah.
The Locks wanted to get up that contract because Diddy was focused on them to become stars, right? Mace was already cutting out on him, right?
Yeah.
Mace was already cutting out on him, right? The Locks was his biggest thing, right?
Yeah.
The Locks got the fuck away from Diddy because Diddy was trying to fuck them boys. That's
And
why
that
he wanted to get the fuck
definitely,
away from them.
I could see that.
You think, listen, they ain't telling us the truth because they don't want to admit that a nigga cutting to them for their ass.
And they didn't go for it.
No, and they ain't beat his ass.
Yeah.
What's the protocol when a nigga put a gun in your face? What's the protocol when a nigga cutting to you for your ass and you a straight man? What you supposed to do?
Whoop his ass.
Ain't nobody whoop Diddy ass, and we know for a fact Diddy been cutting to him for their butt for 30 years.
That is wild though. That we ain't see nobody get on his helmet.
No rumors. No, he didn't get smacked. He didn't get punched. He didn't get checked. None of that. And we know for a fact he was cutting to him for their ass. Come on. What? Signs and symbols for the conscious mind.
Yeah.
And listen, we had Tupac. After Tupac, you know who tried to tell us the truth about what's going on?
Who?
DMX.
Yeah.
DMX called all them niggas sissies. DMX was getting too high to give a fuck about not telling the truth. DMX was was a rebirth of Tupac. DMX wasn't friend with none of them sissies.
So you say he was trying to put it out there.
He did. Listen to it. Listen to It's Dark and Hell's Hot. Listen to it. All throughout there, sissy this, sissy that, punks, sissy y'all some punks. You weak, you sissy, your girl's a hoe. I love my baby. Listen to DMX first take. That shit is an anti-gay. What's that book? Manifesto. Listen to DMX first 2 albums. He's spazzing. They killed his career. They killed his career because he would not acquiesce and bow down to the sissery and faggery going on in the world of music.
So you think that because, he didn't bow down and they was killing his career, do you think that made him indulge more in drugs?
Bingo. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. So he felt like I'm gonna just get high to suppress what I'm going through.
DMX was a generational talent. Raw as he was a generational talent, bro. right? They forced him into a greater state of depression by blackballing him. DMX got blackballed. He wasn't playing the game. Yeah, crack
Yeah.
did kill him. Drugs did kill him. We know that it was more than just crack. It did kill him, but it drove him to a state. You already dealing with a fragile mind. It drove him to a greater sense of depression. New York, and this is my nigga. New York is controlled by the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church groomed and raped hundreds of thousands of who think they was raping in New York? You think the Catholic Church was raping in Boston? And say it
We
wasn't
know
blackball.
young boys.
If you don't answer this in hey chat, you don't have to agree with everything I'm saying. This is not why I'm here. I'm not here to convince you of something that you think you know or don't know. I'm not concerned with that. DMX has go listen to his first album and come back and talk to me. He was exposing all the homosexuality in hip hop. I dare you to go listen to his first album and come back and tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, Pac was too.
Old
Yeah.
dirty bastard. Old dirty bastard was talking about the gay shit too.
Yeah.
That was high. When you get high, you're gonna say the truth, bro. Go listen to DMX first album and listen, bro. You couldn't say all that shit now in the album right now.
Yeah, hell no. Yeah, the
You
shit that
couldn't
he was
say all
saying.
the shit, bro. Come on. DMX had the most anti-gay album in the history of hip hop, bro. Go listen to it. Hey, chat, respectfully. I fuck with Deezy. I fuck with Deezy World in the chat. Go listen to DMX's first album. You can hear it in there. He didn't even want to be a part of the music business no more, bro. He didn't even want to be a part of the music business no more, bro. Because he knew how savage and how raw and how ridiculous it was, bro. Black people in New York don't really fuck with Catholicism. That's not true. The Catholic Church is worldwide, bro. The Catholic Church is the most powerful entity in New York. And on top of that, the Catholic Church, the church period was raping motherfuckers. And they gotta just be Catholic, excuse me, right? Some of those pastors was raping and molesting little boys and little girls, bro. Come on now. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck on. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck looking at one motherfucking tree when there's a whole forest sitting in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, agree that a lot of the church entities was doing that foul shit to young boys because it then came out over and over and over and over. And I really feel like, a lot of the pastors in the churches and stuff like that, they prey on the vulnerable people that are looking for hope. And, when they see somebody looking for hope and they know that they got a position, you really got to watch people. When people got a position and, they feel like they got mind control over other humans, it's a lot of people that'll take advantage of that position and have ill intentions because the mind can easily shift in a different direction when you feel that you got a certain type of power. And having power over another human is really, sick to some people because they can make another person do what they want them to do.
Yes, it is.
I do agree with that.
That is true. So, hey, listen, I recognize and I realize that a lot of things that I'm saying, they're kind of like new to the ear. So the brain is processing it in a different way. I know you guys are not used to people speaking as matter of factly, even the Deezy a raw dog. But when it comes to all this kind of shit, I recognize that I'm saying something that is offending the sensibilities. Professor X from X Clan, yeah, he said it. Yes, Tupac, Professor X, the overseer. They were saying all this shit, bro. We just wasn't catching it. We wasn't catching it. We thought they were talking about Hollywood. No. They were talking about the music business. We thought when they talked about when the grand verbalizer was coming down with this facts, silly more to you, sissy, with a pink key, with a caddy, sissy. They're talking about the music business, but we missed it. Because we were under the impression that hip hop was tough. Bro, come on, bro.
I think with the world like really thrives off of like, you know, being misled, you know, being lied to. I think
They
when you
do.
speak the truth to the world,
They get
it's like,
offended.
yeah, they really don't want to hear that, you know, but if you tell them a lie, they're like intrigued by it. And, you know, I really think that's how the world was designed because of the manipulation from the people above, and people gravitate to it, and some people just don't understand that that is how we've been programmed, and when you hear the truth, you really don't like to hear the truth.
Hey, Deezy, I, I, I'm a religious man, but I don't wear my religion on my sleeve. I had to say that before I said this. In the Bible and in the Holy Quran, it speaks about the arch deceiver. It speaks about the greatest trick that the devil ever played on humanity was to replace God with the devil, was to make them believe that they were on the straight path, on the righteous path. He replaced the righteous path with the path of devilishment. He's the arch deceiver. The greatest trick the devil ever played on the motherfucker was to convince them that he was equal to God. People love to be lied to.
Yeah, I really noticed that.
They love to be codified. They don't want to believe it's true. You know why? Tell you why. Watch this. It's gonna fuck you up. People love to be lied to because you're talking about their own personal situation. Hey, Deezy, I'm gonna hit you and I'm gonna get the fuck on. But watch this, Deezy. Listen. The reason why black people don't like to talk about, they don't really like to have a real conversation about homosexuality. You know why? Because in the black community, most gay people's first experience ever, most black young girls' first experience
Is in the
with
house.
lesbianism, they were raped by their cousin, their female babysitter, their auntie, their best friend's big sister. Most men in the black community who were molested as a child, as a children, they were molested by family friends. We talk about what happens to the young boys who get molested. We never talk about all the molestations. Why do you have so many lesbians now in the black community? Because that you motherfuckers are not watching who their daughters are around. Let the daughter go spend the night here. Let them go spend the night there. They ain't paying attention to what the kids got going on. There's gay shit in every aspect of the society, and in Hollywood and entertainment business as a whole, as controlled by sissies, and they trying to make the whole world just like them. That's why God, why you think the Most High had to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah? He sent prophets and messengers there. And when they came back and they reported to him what the fuck was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah, he knew that that shit had to be destroyed and everybody in it. Because once your mind is perverted, they say 75% of young people, of young boys who get molested in their preteen adolescence, they go on to become abusers and molesters of other people. So what you're doing is you creating a monster. When you rape or molest a child, right? You're creating an unnatural desire in their mind, in their heart, and they go out and do the same shit. But young black boys don't talk about being raped and molested. They keep it a secret. They don't go seek counseling because of the negative connotation attached to that. So black people don't like therapy no way. And especially when you know you're gonna get labeled as being gay, that's still the worst thing that can happen to a young black boy is to be labeled as gay.
Yeah.
This shit is sick. And God can come back. If Jesus, if you believe in Christianity as it's represented now, Jesus can't come back here fast enough. God need to wipe this bitch clean. You can't save America. America gonna fucking burn. Fuck Russia. Fuck China. Fuck North Korea. America's gonna burn from the inside out because America is a cesspool of perversion and debauchery at the highest level, from politics. The Epstein files is world leaders, political leaders, and the leaders of entertainment, of sport and play in those fucking files. They're the ones who set the tone of what happens and what's acceptable, what's pushed, and what's promoted. God can't get back down. Listen, do I think Jesus? Well, Dawgface, you saying Jesus? Hey, listen, bro. I don't personally think Jesus is coming back, because if he was coming back to deal with this shit, he would have came back doing slavery when we were being raped, killed, tortured, beheaded, murdered, sold. We got it good right now. Right now, we're our own worst enemies because black people won't come together and unite. I'm sorry, Deezy, for just going on and on. Right? I'm gonna get back on the entertainment.
That's real though. That's real though.
Listen, why? Because because to tell the truth about Diddy, you have to expose the fact he cutting you about your ass and you ain't do shit about it. That makes you a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah.
Why? You telling me ain't none of them gangsta ass New York rappers heard about Diddy? We know Deezy, Wendy Williams,
Ben said
the
it.
whole world, Diddy was a fag 20 years ago. He was a sissy and he was fucking all them niggas.
Yeah.
They listen, Diddy and his crew, they drug Wendy Williams, bro. Like he unalived Kim Porter, like he tried to unalive Al B. Shore, allegedly.
Yeah.
Right? Diddy and his whole crew, they tried to get rid of Wendy Williams, but she ain't died. And she went into deterioration, but she ain't died. Them motherfuckers, we are in trouble. This whole thing needs to be, the whole slate needs to be wiped clean.
Yeah.
Ain't no saving this world. Ain't no saving no niggas. Niggas, we are so disconnected from each other as a group of people, bro. We arguing about whether black people should aid and assist the immigrants and protesting against ICE. Them immigrants don't give a fuck nothing about us.
Yeah, you're right.
They don't give a fuck about us, but they are. Listen, if you notice, Deezy, watch this. And I ain't even gonna tarry on this long.
Kill.
You have black people on TV arguing white people on Fox, CS, CBN, CS. They arguing with white people. Black people arguing with white people about whether black people have an obligation to protest and stand on the front lines with the immigrants. You have black people arguing with black people. Should we do it? Are we supposed to be doing it? Deezy, you don't see no Latino or Hispanic organization saying to themselves, wait a minute, we thought that we were cool with the black people. Let us go and talk to the leaders in the black community and find out why they feel like they feel. The Hispanics, Latinos don't give a fuck about how we feel. They ain't trying to seek no understanding with us. The immigrants came over here, they lack perspective. They lack continuity in terms of what's happening with us. We ain't immigrants, nigga. We are the children of the former slaves that built the infrastructure of this country. We ain't immigrants. The immigrants looking at us like we came over here and we ain't take advantage of the American dream. They have not, and they do not know anything about the history of black people in this country. They know we were slaves, but they don't understand the complexity of what the fuck that mean and what it does to the psyche, bruh. Ain't no nigga supposed to be arguing with no other nigga about whether we supposed to be supporting some immigrants. Fuck them. What more can I say? What more can I say?
Understandable. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know this wasn't topic. I know I went on script. I apologize to your chat, bro. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
listen, it's all good, man. We got great dialogue, man. And we come together, we fired up every time, you know. So that's good shit, and it's good to have, that type of controversy, you know what I mean? And I really need to start doing it more, with, people on here to have those controversial conversations because it really brings, more people to have different opinions because everybody's not going to think alike. I could be on
Yeah.
here and go hard on Wack, and my real, reasons for what I seen what happened out there, but at the same time to be able to build the audience, by with this shit with the YouTube and shit like that, you got to build your audience. And as we build the audience, it gives the platform the ability to be able to talk about different things that are controversial because the people that rewatch the channel all the time, they're going to be bringing more people and they're going to share the content, especially when we have like conversations like this. So, definitely, appreciate you, bro, coming on here and,
Hold
dialoguing with the
on.
platform.
No, I appreciate you. The pleasure was all mine. Anytime. First of all, I want to say honor and salute to you. Keep up the good work, and I want to say shout out to the Deezy World chat, bro. I fuck with you. It's one of the heaviest, most intuitive, most intelligent chats that you can ever find anywhere in the YouTube streets. Thank you, and I appreciate it. It was a pleasure. It was whenever you want me, all you do is call me. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. I'm stopping for these.
And they Dawgface, man. I appreciate you, and we definitely gonna do this thing again, man. And you solid, my brother, and we gonna rap.
Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. Salute.
Appreciate you, Dawgface. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. We definitely gotta have, more controversial conversations. You know what I mean? I know some people might not agree with things that other people say, but I have to start doing that. As we grow, I have to start having different people with different opinions because we're all not going to agree about the same thing. And if it's something that you don't agree about, that doesn't mean that you have to dislike the platform or whatever we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's just because you don't agree. We all not going to agree all the time. So, and I think that's going to make the platform grow. And Dawgface said, Thursday, we should be able to get Henny on here. And I got to start going on other people's platforms as well. People that I feel like, are dope as well. So I got to start doing that as well so that we can be able to grow more. So, I'm kind of like standoffish with everybody. You know what I mean? I only like gravitate to certain people, but I'm gonna have to do certain things in order to grow more. Sometimes things might not go as I want it to go, or as somebody else might want it to go, but I gotta start doing more because we are growing. We almost at 24,000 subscribers. We only like 200 and some change away from 24,000 subscribers on the other channel. We almost at 3,000 subscribers, and we like putting work in. We putting work in, and it's good to hear Dawgface give his opinion on some things, and then he said Star from the Star Report be checking us out. So and I know that some of the people that been in the YouTube world, entertainment, and out there for a while is watching, at times because we go so hard and we're consistent and we're breaking down the character, of Wack and the things that we talk about. So I know people are paying attention, and shout out to everybody that be paying attention and rocking with us, and in due time, we already know that more people are going to hear about us. We got some things in the working, and this is what consistency does. So, and to anybody that's doing anything, consistency going to bring it. You know, you being consistent and not giving up on what you trying to do, whatever you doing. You know what I mean? So in this right here, you know, I see the future in this. You know, we only got a year or 13 months being consistent. We got 13 months of like everyday streaming, being consistent, doing content. So, you know, time is going to grow, you know, and we're going to continue to elevate in the game, you know, and we're going to come back in about 3 hours for the late night show. Yesterday, I couldn't make it, man. After we did the show in the daytime, and we was talking about the paperwork with Wack and stuff like that, I fell asleep, man. I sat on the couch and I couldn't get back up. I woke up a couple times like for a quick wake up, and I was telling myself I'm gonna get up in about 30 minutes, and I couldn't wake up. I'm like, man, you know, and I go so hard, my body was just shut down. And I really wanted to come back on and do the late night show. So I did get some rest today, and we're definitely gonna do the late night show tonight. And, you know, we're going to keep going hard in the paint, man. We got some things we working on. And, you know, very soon they're going to be cracking. You know what I'm saying? You know, I keep telling the people that the things are coming. You know, I can't talk about them right now. But, you know, Deezy is definitely working on something. People are definitely seeing us. You know what I mean? People are definitely seeing us. And then shout out to, you know, everybody that consistently rocks with us, you know, whether you agree with us or not. You know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. All the people that be in the chat, shout out to y'all. If you would like to become a member of the channel, you know, it's pinned at the top of the chat. It's only $3.99, light work. If you are a member of the channel, put a 1 in the chat so we can shout out all the members, man. And, you know, we appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the mods, Kia, Jam Meeks holding it down. JR Gets Bread in the building, you know, and I appreciate y'all, man. And the ones in the background, you know, RM, you know, he's in the background holding it down. And we got Brooklyn, you know, she be in the background too. Shout out to her. And, you know, all the people that rock with the channel, man. You know, we appreciate y'all, man. And I hope y'all continue to stay locked in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button. You know, if you haven't hit the like button yet, smash that like button, man. You know, get the likes up. That help the channel go through the algorithm. And, you know, we appreciate, you know, all of y'all. D Twins, Miranda, C Brown, Keita G, Nehemiah, JR Gets Bread, Leonard, Miss M, Treese, Blue Chicken, Bless Niger Beauty, Snoopy Mac. We appreciate y'all. G from the Bay. Appreciate y'all, man. Kia, Jam Meeks. Man, shout out to all y'all, man. We're going to come back for the late night show, man. Stay locked in. Subscribe to the channel. Go check out the merch. sbgbtv.com. If you want us to promote anything for you, email me, sbgbtv@gmail.com. You know, shout out to all of y'all, man. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. We're going to continue to bring the content consistently. And, you know, to all the haters, man, we ain't never stopping. So, you know, you can hate all you want. We're never going to stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show y'all what a true hustler does. Through all the weather, we're going to grind. We're going to be consistent. And I know one day, you know, we're going to be real heavy on this joint because of the consistency. You know, hard work and dedication overrides a lot of things. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Now.